Hey, what's going on, guys? Killer6, and today I'm going to give you guys kind of a quick little video showing you guys a benchmark test that I did comparing the Epic version of Borderlands 3 versus the Steam version of Borderlands 3. I'm going through my settings right now so you can see what I chose for my options for this test. I will have my specs for my computer down in the description of this video so you guys can see what I was working with. I just went with a flat 90 frames per second locked setting on here. Didn't allow it to go up too high. This way they both kind of had like a plateau where they could hit, and if they could hold around there, then they're both pretty good. And yeah, so this is the test. So first thing to note is I've included both their logos here on the screen so you can see which one's which. Graphically, you're not going to probably see any differences at all. Bear in mind that each time that you run the benchmarking thing, you will get some variations in things that happen on screen. They won't be identical every single time. So like if you see sparks on like that thing, for example, but you don't see it on the other one, then it doesn't mean anything. It's just it's the random nature of this thing. Also, even though I tried to like sync these two up perfectly, they might not be exactly perfectly in line, so keep that in mind as well. It's not like one's running faster than the other or anything like that. I've also included the frames per second, CPU usage in milliseconds, and GPU usage in milliseconds down on the screen there as well for each, so you can give them a kind of a look-see, because the blue bars there are up in the upper right hand corner for each screen, but they're so small that I figure you guys would be able to see them, so I made them bigger just so you guys can tell what's going on. So as you can see, they both hold around 90 frames per second fairly easily. The Epic version does drop CPU usage per millisecond usage dramatically in a couple spots, but for the most part they both hold pretty true. So I would say by and large the comparison is kind of negligible in terms of the frames per second, CPU in milliseconds, and GPU in milliseconds. Ultimately, the Steam version seems a little bit better for the CPU usage there, as you saw toward the end of that. Here is one of the main things that bugs me on the Epic Games version: the menus, specifically the mission log menus. When you're trying to scroll down through here to like choose a mission that you want to activate, as you can see, it will like just jump right back up to the top on Epic Games. Meanwhile, over on Steam, I can scroll through them easy peasy, no problems whatsoever. And as you can see over on the Epic one, again, as I try to scroll down, it just jumps me back to the top. So yeah, that to me is kind of one of the major problems with the Epic Game version, and I don't know what causes menus to suck on there versus not on Steam, so I don't know. Now bear in mind the Steam one will jump up occasionally once you scroll too fast as well. Alright, so here's our benchmark results. As you can see, our frames per second average for Steam 88.57 and for Epic 88.38, so kind of negligible, but if you're super worried about that, then that's something to take note of. For me at least, and this might be a placebo effect, but the Steam version just feels better. Also with Steam, you do get achievements. You don't have that on Epic. That was something that was on the Epic roadmap and just never came to fruition. That was 6 months, over 6 months realistically, that Epic had time to implement things like achievements and just didn't do it. The main reason that I thought that going with Epic was going to be good for Borderlands was that we would get crossplay out of it, because Epic has worked before to get crossplay between platforms, but it just didn't happen with Borderlands, so kind of disappointed on that. I am glad that we can crossplay Epic users with Steam users, because I know a lot of you guys are just now coming in on Steam, and I never had any real issues playing on Epic, to be honest with you guys. There would be times where I'd drop some frames and stuff like that. That could be just chalked up to optimization though, and not necessarily directly related to the launcher. That said, on the day that we got the update and the Steam version launched, I was playing on Epic live on stream, and I had 3 separate crashes, and they were like full-blown boom, game is frozen crashes while playing on the Epic Games version. So I would say that for whatever reason, the Steam version feels better. It seems like it runs smoother. And again, this could just be a placebo effect because I don't know. I don't know, because I really don't care what platform I play on. So I wouldn't think that it's a placebo effect. It just feels better on Steam. I made this video because I wanted to really see the comparison between the two versions, see which one runs better, and ultimately I didn't really determine a whole lot other than what my gut tells me. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care.